This video is brought to you by G2A.com. Check out the link in the description for more details. What's up guys, Jack here. Hope you've all had a great weekend so far, and today a little bit of a cheeky update video and just a heads up of some things that are on the horizon for the channel that you'll be able to see soon. So the gameplay here is some sniper gameplay on the community map in BF4 CTE. Hopefully should be released in retail pretty soon, but it is very good, fun to play on. Especially for infantry players, and I wanted to play sort of an aggressive recon style for this one, pushing for the flags instead of just camping on a hill 600 meters away. So I went with the CS5 sniper rifle. It isn't very accurate over range and it has a massive drop off, but I think if you're going to play like this, it's actually very good at closer ranges when you've got to like quickly take people out one by one. Very powerful rifle actually, that I've barely used in the vanilla game, but I think after using it here for this match, I'll definitely give it another go. Probably be really useful in Rush, actually, if you pair it up with like a Deagle, and you've got a nice combo there for aggressive play. And there's just something so incredibly satisfying about watching sniper rifle gameplay back in a video game, especially if you're hitting all those headshots. It's just nice to see it from time to time. So that's going to be the backdrop for the video today. And what do I want to chat about? What do I want you to prepare your butts for? Well, I can't reveal exactly what it is, sadly, but there's a lot of really cool video content coming up this week. And when I say a lot, I mean lots and lots of videos that I've spent a long time making, and they're all going to be dropping at roughly the same time. Now, this has come from many months of preparation, traveling via plane to different countries on multiple occasions, recording, editing, doing all sorts of stuff in the background that you guys don't really see or hear about, because number one, I'm not a very showy off sort of person, and number two, I'm under NDA about most of it, so that's why you don't hear much about it. But soon you'll be able to see the result of all that hard work, and it's all pretty awesome, I think. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Very soon the good stuff will be revealed. And I know that's incredibly vague and it must be frustrating, but I just wanted to say this to kind of build up a little hype. I don't do this sort of stuff usually, like building hype, but I've spent many hours putting it all together, and I want you guys to see it because I like you guys a lot and I think you guys will like it, and it's pretty neat. Now, on another topic regarding the budget PC build video, I delayed that because I waited for a specific component to be released. That component is out now, so I can actually finish off what I started, which is great. Now, the budget build for 2015 won't be like super duper cheap. It'll be more like, okay, this is the best stuff you can buy if you want a good gaming PC for 1080p and you don't want to break the bank. It's kind of like a sensible build, because when you get to a certain level of processors and graphics cards, quite frankly, it's diminishing returns and you end up wasting a lot of money. So that's the vibe for the budget gaming PC this time, and I promise that will be out soon. I just haven't had time to finish everything with it because I've been traveling so much for events, and I've also been sick lately with a couple of different problems, which leads me nicely onto the next segment. Might get a little bit graphic, but it's also important, I think. And not that you're here to listen to me talk about health problems, but I've had an issue with my stomach for a while now. About 8 or 9 months ago, I started having really bad cramps in my lower abdomen. And no, this isn't a really long drawn out pregnancy joke. And yeah, so these cramps in like my lower abdomen, they were worst after I ate, and I also had like blood in my poop, and none of those problems went away. So I went to the doctors, who sent me to the hospital, and the first thing they did was a couple of blood tests, a stool test, and also a physical check of my back passage. Oh, saucy. It's not pleasant, but it was necessary, and it all came back fine, which is great. But it was also really weird because I was having these problems and I expected them to find something with these pains and cramps that I was having. It was just kind of weird to me. So I was booked in to have more tests at the hospital, but thankfully everything just sort of went away. It just kind of cleared itself up, and that's not exactly the answer that I was looking for, but I'm not going to complain. So I just kind of put it down to eating more healthily after I had the first initial problems, because my diet was terrible and it still is pretty bad. It's getting better, but so I started eating more fruit and vegetables, fiber cereal every day, and that seemed to help until recently, the last month or so. I've had this intense feeling of pressure under my rib cage when I eat, and it almost feels like there's a baseball in there trying to get out. And because I'm an idiot, I ignored it. Anyways, I had a cold recently, which was pretty bad last week, and this pressure under my ribs actually turned into like a pulse of pain every minute or so, and it would come and go. Sometimes it would be a few hours and it wouldn't be there, and then it would just come back and it would be like an hour of just this pain in my chest. And it was like a small pain that comes in a wave and it gets bigger around the center of my chest. So I'm there thinking, shit, is there a problem with my heart? I got incredibly anxious, and for the last week or so I've had barely any sleep. Because, like a combination of the pain and the anxiety, it's been pretty bad. So I managed to get an emergency appointment at the doctor's, and they looked me over, did a few tests, prodded me in various places, used their instruments on me, and they're pretty sure that it's an issue with my stomach, but they don't know exactly what it is. So it could be excess acid, it could be an ulcer, it could be what's called a hiatal hernia. So they've given me 30 days worth of tablets to take called omeprazole, which, if it is like stomach acid or an ulcer, that's hopefully going to fix the problem over time. But if it doesn't fix the problem, I've got to go back in and have more tests and an endoscopy, which is a camera down the throat to have a look at my stomach. Lovely. And I've also changed my diet up a bit now, so I'm avoiding any heavy acidic food, and I've stopped drinking tea or any form of caffeine completely, because that can flare it up too. And that's actually been really tough, because I drink a lot of tea and I didn't realize how much my body wanted all that caffeine. But I've been off it for about 4 days now, and I'm actually getting really bad headaches because of it. But apparently that does go away after a couple of weeks, especially if you keep drinking lots of water. Now, I know this isn't the end of the world, and it's kind of weird for me to talk about this on YouTube, and in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing major, but it is annoying and painful for me. And this is the reason I wanted to talk about it in the video. Me ignoring my problems and kind of neglecting my health has made these stomach issues I'm having much more worse than they actually were and needed to be. And if I'd have gone back to the doctor sooner, I could have hopefully nipped it in the bud. So what I'm saying is, no matter how embarrassed you are or how stupid you think the problem is, if you're having pains or anxiety or anything about your health, go and get it checked out, like now, because it's really important. And you've probably heard this from 1,000 people before, but I wanted to say it because I can relate to it now. It's really important, and it's true. Something else that happened with me, it's going to get a little graphic, but I remember when I was about 21, I actually found a lump on one of my testicles, and it scared the shit out of me, and I was anxious about it for weeks, and I didn't go to the doctor to get it checked out. I would feel it all the time, and it would flare up, and I'd search on the internet to try and find out what it was without having to go to the doctor, but I never got a concise answer, and it didn't help. So eventually I just plucked up the courage and I went to the doctor, got it checked out, and it turned out that it was just a small piece of gristle, like a cyst formed from a blood clot, and it was harmless. But the act of actually going to get it checked out and have confirmation it was fine was like a massive weight off my shoulders, or my balls, if you like. But it's good that I went to get it checked out, because it could have been something worse. You never know. And I left it so long. I was an idiot. So what I'm saying is, if you think there's something wrong with you, no matter how dumb you think it is, go get it checked out, please. The doctor has seen everything before. Don't put it to one side, because your life has value and you're pretty important. So don't fuck it up. The end. Moving swiftly on, something really cool I received in the mail recently was my 1 million subscriber gold plaque thingy from YouTube, and that was really awesome to get that through the post, because I wasn't expecting it. It looks great. It's got my logo on there, nice gold play button, and congrats for 1 million. It's pretty neat, and I will actually do a video on it soon to show you guys, and maybe include a new setup video at the same time, because it's changed a little bit since the last one, and I like to keep you guys updated on what's what, as you always seem to ask what I use. But yeah, I've said it before, but thanks guys, thanks for subscribing, for watching my videos, being awesome viewers. It's really cool, to be honest, and I'm so grateful for everything that I have because of working on YouTube and gaming. It's great to have an audience that will watch my stuff and listen to the pointless things I have to say. I don't know why you do, but you guys do, so thank you for that. Anyways, I am actually running out of gameplay now, so I better start wrapping this all up. Remember, this week the video hype will be real. Look out for everything I post this week, because there will be a lot of content. Beware the spamming, some people have actually called it. And as always, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.